tied up about 15 metres to go. Ended up finishing third, but got caught by Matthew Brennan of Visma Lease, who won brilliantly twice in Catalonia. Thibaut Del Grosso in that group as well. Here's Group 3. We just saw the crash of Jasper Stuyven just on the edge of picture. This is Fred Wright who leads them out. They're all on the same stretch of road now.
4 kilometres to go. There was a look there behind from Wout van Aert at Tiesj-Benoot. But they just continue to ride together for now.
They've got enough time now, Rob, to start the games if they want to. 4K to go with 51 seconds. This is where you can have someone like Tiesj-Benoot go, and if Paulus hesitates, then the other two can just sit there and look at him and still not have to worry too much about the chasing group behind.
It'll be hard work mentally, this, for Paulus as well, because he'll be wondering all the time when he takes us through, when are they going to go? Who's going to go?
Yeah, look over the shoulder. So you have the flick of the elbow and didn't immediately see someone coming, so I took a glance. Looks like they're pretty content, Rob, to ride it into the finish and sprint it out with Van Aert as we are on the ring road of Waregem now.
Three kilometres remain in this 79th Dwars door Vlaanderen. Tiesj-Benoot is at the front after a team move that was highly impressive. Probably one of the most impressive things we've seen in the spring so far from a Visma Lease bike team that came into this race with the Flemish press asking all kinds of questions. Where are they? How's Van Aert? Well, today could be about providing a resounding positive answer. The altitude camp seems to have worked. They've trusted the process, and here he is alongside last year's winner Matteo Jorgensen. Chat on the radio there, and Van Aert goes to sit behind Benoot again. Paulus is on the back, and now as they twist and turn in towards the finish, Paulus has decided, I think, that it's his chance to try and sit on and see what he can do in the sprint as well, and save everything he can, Robbie.
Yeah, and he should just stick to the wheel of Wout van Aert now. There's no need for him to go through anymore. Just keep an eye if any of the others sit up, and it looks like they're just going to ride all the way in and go for the sprint with Wout van Aert. But, you know, Neilson Paulus is not without a chance. You get to the end of a hard race, someone who's come off not much racing, been at altitude camp. We've seen it before, as you mentioned, at the Ronde van Vlaanderen, Mathieu van der Poel versus Casper Asgreen. Nobody was picking Asgreen to win, except maybe Asgreen himself. And
the EF Education Easy Post are desperate for a win. They haven't won since January. Just one victory this season, and this would be a big one for Neilson Paulus. Wout van Aert wants his own win. By the way, next victory is number 50 in his career, just like Mars Pedersen at the weekend. And this will be a huge statement just 4 days before the Ronde van Vlaanderen. The big one he wants. 1.4 Ks to go. The tension is rising. Benoot and Jorgensen working together to try and give their teammate the penalty kick to hammer home.
Well, he's got to keep his head down, an eye on the ball, and not put it over or against the post, doesn't he? If that's the analogy. Because Neilson Paulus is here presented with an opportunity, and there's got to be no pressure on him. He knows Van Aert is the favourite. He knows he's 1,000 to 1 to beat him in the sprint. But as they say, so you're telling me there's a chance.
We're inside the final kilometre, under the red kite. And it's Matteo Jorgensen who won this race last year, making history as the first American ever to do so. He's going to ride them into the right turn and the final corner. The finish line will then be in sight, and it'll be the turn of Tiesj-Benoot to try and lead out Wout van Aert, who's trying to win this race for the first time and go to the Tour of Flanders with all the confidence he needs to take on Van der Poel and the rest. This is the turn, the line is ahead, and Neilson Paulus is ready to be the party pooper behind in the pink. There he is. It's Jorgensen who now peels off. Benoit is doing the leading out. 250 metres to go, now goes to 200, and the sprint has started. On the left there you can see that it's Nielsen Paulus, and he's gaining as well. Paulus is gaining, he's going to do it. Paulus has it. Wout van Aert's been beaten. Oh my word. What on earth have we just seen? It's Nielsen Paulus who wins. Channeling his Ian Stannard best. And everybody's in a state of shock. EF Education Easy Post have done it.